The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Robert Hopkins, the head coach at Nicholas County. And, Coach, you're off to a great start this year.
Yes, we're 6-1. Got a big game this Friday night, district rival in Paris. It's going to be an exciting night. First of all, we're glad to be on your show. Thank you for having us up here. And
that Paris game, that's come down to the last drive the last couple of years.
Yes, it has. It's a big-time rivalry. Schools are about 17 miles apart. We look forward to it.
That'll be a great game. And also, we got a feature. It's on DJ Van Horn. He's the son of Darren Van Horn, the Olympic boxer, and he's our feature. He had 4 touchdowns against Scott County in that big win the other night for Henry Clay. Also, our scholar athletes are from Henry Clay High School. Bryn Cowan and Sydney Baker. They're here with Dale Groupie. Those young ladies have fabulous grade point averages. That's why they're on the show.
When you get a team full of young ladies or men that's got great GPA, you're going to have success on the court or on the field.
That's exactly right. And we've got another Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we head down 27 to Nicholasville, Kentucky for our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Ricky Morse is in from UK Sports Medicine. And, Coach, he's going to keep us in the game.
We really like our sports medicine. They've helped us a lot this year.
And then in the wrap, we're going to talk about that big game on Prep Spin next Friday night between Boyle County and Lexington Catholic. That has state championship implications written all over it. But we know what you want. Coach, we know what you like, the highlights. Let's get to the highlights here on WKYT. We call it Game Time with Lee K. Howard and Brian Milam, brought to you by Central Bank.
Let's go to the state capitol where Western Hills is in the same spot a year ago as they are tonight. 5-1 start, entering district play against Lexington Catholic. In that game last year, Wandale Robinson had 563 all-purpose yards, 7 touchdowns, all of the Wolverine scores, but Catholic got hot from the three-point line, winning 71-49. Knights down 14-7 in the first when, we have all kinds of fun. Bo Allen, plenty of time to throw, and he will hook it up with Luke Powell inside the 20-yard line. Lexington Catholic is in business. Then check out Wandale Robinson on defense. Keith Brinkman, boom. He's going to get thrown down. And then here comes the unbelievable play. Robinson follows this up with this. The ball gets deflected, tipped in the air to himself. And that's at the 4-yard line. Wandale will run 96 yards the other way. Wolverines, the big green machine, up 21-7. Knights get it down to 21-14 in the second. Allen on the keeper from the 8. Look at the push from the O-line. Hello, weight room. We're tied at 21, and now Wandale on the direct snap looking to throw. Can't find anybody, so you know what he's going to do? He's just going to do what Desmond Howard did against Ohio State a long time ago. 36 yards. Hello, Mr. Football. 28-21, but Catholic rallies to win it. 49-42. What a game.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. I want to thank Bob Roberts Insurance. Roberts Insurance, they insure 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. They're on Main Street there in Richmond, Kentucky. And from Nicholas County, Coach Hopkins is in. Thank you for doing that opening with me, Coach. That was very good, and kind of threw you in there in a baptismal fire.
Yes, sir.
Coach, did you know that this edition of the Blue Jackets was going to be this good of a team?
We knew back in the winter that we had the makings of having a pretty decent team. Now, did we ever think that we'd be 6-1 right now? No, but we've worked extremely hard in the winter and also early part of the summer going to 7-on-7. We knew we was changing our philosophy, going to more of a spread offense because we're a little bit more athletic. Plus, we got Isaac here. That's he's a dual threat. He can run it, he can throw it, and so we've done a lot of work. Now coming out of 7-on-7, I thought that this team could be pretty good by the time we got to district play. Did I think we was going to be 6-1? No, but tickle to death that we are.
Coach, what strengths do these players bring to Friday nights?
They play together. They really do. They play together. They don't care who's scoring, who's leading them in tackles. You know, the only thing they worry about is what that scoreboard says at the end. It's not about personal glory. You know, they put team goals ahead first. And
Isaac, you're the leading rusher and you play quarterback on the team.
Sir.
So that says a lot about you right there, that you're a leader. What is your style of running? How come you're so good?
I like to focus a lot on footwork and agility, a lot of that after practice, because you don't really get all that during practice. So take your agility ladder up there, stuff like that, really work on your footwork, work on those hard cuts, and use your speed to your advantage.
And improve that speed and
yes, sir.
too.
Yes, sir.
There's ways you can do that.
Billy, Coach touched on this a minute ago, but what are some of your favorite things about this year's Blue Jackets team?
We play as a family. We don't care about personal goals or anything.
Jacob, did you know in the preseason and early on that you guys had something special there? And like Coach said, it's hard to predict you'll be 6-1 and having a great season, but you probably knew that you had something special.
I mean, we knew it was going to be rough, but we came together as a team and we worked through the hard times, and here we are.
Yeah. It's through those hard times that you find out a lot about yourself and what kind of team you have, you know, and you guys obviously went on the other side and found out you were a pretty good team.
Yeah, you know, they've came along real well, you know, and not only that, these bunch here have been good leaders. You know, when you find seniors that lead and lead by example, right? You know, they don't have to be a vocal leader. The other kids follow that. And they have, and these three right here, we've got 7 seniors, and we had 2 guys that come out that's never played that really came out and helped us a lot and bought in and helped them out. But you know, we've got a good junior class, and the younger kids are trying to learn their spots. But, you know, it all goes back to senior leadership. If you don't have senior leadership, leading drills, you know, showing these younger kids how to do things, you're not going to have very much success. And I have to say, these seniors, they do it, you know, day in and day out.
Coach, what do you think this year's postseason looks like?
We're compared with the Raceland, Paintsville district. It's only a 3-team district with Fairview also. You know, if we get lucky enough to win the district, then we'll get a bye the first round. If you finish runner-up, you're going to get probably Fairview, which they're rebuilding, they're down. But in the second round, you're going to get one tough opponent, either Raceland or Paintsville. And Raceland knows what it feels like to be at a state championship, and they're playing at a high level right now. I mean, they went down to Somerset to beat them. So, but that district also is a old district for us. We used to be in the Raceland, Fairview, and Paintsville district, so we're very familiar with them.
We hear a lot about that Paintsville team because of Cash Daniel played linebacker there, so you know, and he's a force there at Kentucky. Thank you, Coach, for coming in and doing the show. We really appreciate you guys driving in and from Nicholas County, and thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
That's Nicholas County. They're having a fantastic season over there at 6-1. Now we're going to this feature. It's on Henry Clay quarterback DJ Van Horn. He lit up Scott County.
Henry Clay has some of the top talent in the state, but a 1-3 start put the Blue Devils in a tough spot.
We learn from them, and we learn what things we got to work on, what things we got to improve on, and those kinds of things. Some players respond, some players don't.
DJ Van Horn was one of the players that responded, and it started with a 30-7 win over Lafayette.
We're not what our record shows. We're way better than that. I mean, we got so much talent on this team. It's just unbelievable.
So with a 2-3 record, Henry Clay made the trip to Scott County to face a Cardinals team without a district loss in 4 years.
We did not carry on our shoulders out there, you know, their winning streak. And, you know, that was an impressive streak. It was about that Friday night and that group of young men against the team across the line of scrimmage from us.
Trailing by 1 at halftime, Henry Clay took its game to another planet and scored 25 unanswered points to beat Scott County for the first time in 8 years.
It was an exciting win. We were happy. We beat a good team. And when you beat a good team, you dance in the locker room.
A statement win with a statement performance from DJ Van Horn. The Blue Devil quarterback racked up nearly 400 total yards and found the end zone 4 times.
Everybody was so surprised, but I mean, I walked in that game expecting to win that game.
It's just not luck. It didn't happen. He's worked for this.
And now Henry Clay is back to 500. Alex Walker, WKYT.
Welcome back in, and with Jackson Hancock from Lexington Christian, right?
Yes, sir.
Lexington Christian High School. My intern, thanks for being with me. And we've got Henry Clay Volleyball, and Coach Groupie's got another great team this year. I believe you're 25-6 or 24-6 is your record?
26-8.
26. I was right up there.
Yep.
And we've got Brent and Sydney with us. Let's start with Brent, if you don't mind.
Okay.
As a senior, you excel. You have a 4.7 in the classroom. That's unbelievable. That's a great job there. How do you balance the two with so much volleyball practice?
A lot of discipline and time management. I've had some really late nights and early mornings trying to fit it all in between tournaments and games and practice. So.
Sydney, you take several AP classes and play on a high-level volleyball team. How do you mix in the social life with these two?
Well, there's not much free time during the season, so I'm thankful to have good friends that come and support, and maybe after the game we'll go and do something, so it gives us time to bond or spend time together.
You know, Coach, Henry Clay Volleyball, year in and year out, is so consistent academically on the volleyball court. You're always one of the top public schools, you know, not if one of the top schools in the state. How do you do this every year in and out, year in, year out?
I'll be honest with you, there's no real secret to it. It's just been really blessed with a lot of great student athletes through the years, a great faculty at Henry Clay that helps us with all the academic stuff, and again, a lot of good parents and a lot of good coaches along the way. So it's just a great place to work.
It is, and from what you're saying, Coach Groupie, is the volleyball kind of attracts, you know, these great players because you've been so consistent over all those years.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Bryn, how is your academics in volleyball going to determine your future ahead?
Because I've done so well so far in school, I'm hopefully getting into the college I'd really like to get into. And then, of course, being on the team with Coach Groupie and such great teammates, I've had a lot of practice with teamwork, discipline, time management, and that'll hopefully help me in the future in college and later in life.
Sydney, what do you hope to achieve with the pursuits in the future that you'll pursue?
Well, I am enjoying, I'm looking forward to ending volleyball, not because of
That's okay.
I don't know, just to have more free time
Right.
and more time to maybe spend outdoors because volleyball is all year round and indoors. So maybe do new things and just have new experiences.
Yeah.
Coach, where will volleyball and academics push these girls in the future? How will it motivate them in certain career paths they'll choose?
I think it'll serve them well. Like I said, I think they've hit upon a few good points, but I think Henry Clay does an amazing job with school as far as preparing our students for college. And I think what volleyball brings to the table is, again, like she mentioned, teamwork. And I think the biggest thing is they learn to deal with adversity and they learn how to deal with mistakes and losses and stuff. And that's important in life, to be able to deal with those things.
Well, Brandon and Sydney, pass that down to Sydney. You both receive a beautiful plaque from Ryan Tyson at Crown Trophy. Take that over there and they'll personalize it for you with your name and school. And thank you for coming on the show. And Coach, thank you. Great job you do there at Henry Clay. And thank you all very much. Those are our scholar athletes from Henry Clay High School. Now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
It's time for the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Lexington Catholic in Western Hills, and watch Wandell Robinson playing a little defense. Tips the interception and takes it the other direction. Take one more look at this, an acrobatic defensive play for the interception, and once he gets the ball in open space, look out. Rips off a 96-yard run the other direction for the touchdown. Wandell Robinson of Western Hills is our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
And welcome back into our UK Sports Medicine Orthopedic Surgery segment. Ricky Morse joins us, and thank you for taking out your time tonight and joining us on the show.
Not a problem.
We're going to talk about the stages an athlete goes in when he's dealing with a major injury. What are the stages that they go through dealing with that injury?
So those, you know, it actually kind of follows, you know, the 5 stages of grief for any major loss in your life, you know, lost loved one, lost pet, anything like that. You know, it kind of starts with denial. Then that can go for any length of time, you know, which doesn't last as long for, you know, a major injury one where, you know, the season's over to begin with.
Yeah.
But for like those lingering injuries, that denial stage can kind of go a long time. Where it's pretty often I hear, my knee hurts. I'm like, how long? Well, it's been three weeks, a month. It's been since summer.
Yeah.
And that, so it kind of starts out in that denial stage, and then once a major injury occurs and you get that news, they often go into the anger stage. They're mad at themselves. They're mad at whoever, their coach. So whoever.
And then the acceptance, they accept it, I guess.
Yeah.
One of the stages.
They eventually move on to accepting it, kind of realizing that this is something that I'm going to have to work for a while to get back to. But they also accept that it's not the end. There are injuries that people come back from now. ACL, for an example. A few decades ago, that was you were pretty much done.
Career ending.
Yeah, career ending. Yeah, whether you were a professional or a high school athlete or whatever. And then a good example of that in modern times, Adrian Peterson, where you could definitely argue that he came back better.
Right.
After an ACL injury. So with surgical techniques and rehab, oftentimes you can come back stronger than you were in the first place.
Obviously, an injury is really traumatic physically, but it's also traumatic emotionally.
Yeah.
What are some of the ways that athletes can deal with that?
So emotionally, I think a big part of it is that your personal life and your life outside of sports gets affected, pretty drastically. So kind of limiting that.
Yeah.
And a good way to do that is to still go to those practices, to still go to games, weightlifting sessions, kind of be around the team, around your friends and everything like that, and kind of use them as a support system.
Yeah.
And another thing that's kind of built into rehab a lot of times is setting goals. So something to kind of distract you from how long the process is kind of setting short goals, meeting that goal, making the next goal, and meeting that on down the line.
Well, good stuff. Thank you very much, Ricky. And that's Ricky Morse from UK Sports Medicine. There's the website and the phone number. Give them a call. They will simply keep you in the game. And now we'll go to these final highlights of Game Time with Brian Milam and Lee K. Howard, brought to you by Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
It's Danville and Somerset now. The Jumpers have not beaten Danville since 2012. This one, Noah was there. Delayed more than an hour after the rain delay, but Somerset opened up with a 7-0 lead when they resumed the heavy rain second quarter. Danville's Zach Thornton gives it to Damon Jackson. Hit by Somerset's Vernon Wilson. Loose ball. Jumpers jump on it inside the adds 10. 2 plays later, that's Jace Bruner. He's going to go in from a yard out. Somerset swims to the victory tonight. 21-10, the final there.
That's Moose Swearingen defense. Cross town, it was Boyle County hosting Garrett County first quarter. Boyle County's Reed Lanter will look for one of his favorite guys, Riley Colwick. That is a gain of 15 yards. Sets up this play action pass. Lanter finds that guy's pretty darn good. Landon Bartleson. He will cut it back, sprint 30 yards for the apparent score. It would get called back because of a penalty, and then we go to the rain delay, and Boyle County would win it after Mother Nature stopped, 49-7.
Cardinals move to 5-2 with a 26-7 victory.
Montgomery County rolls 56-34 is your final. Sets up a huge matchup with Anderson County.
And welcome back. We want to thank, of course, Nicholas County for being on the show, and Henry Clay Volleyball. And you've got a big game coming up. It's on prepspin.com, and it's going to be Boyle County at Lexington Catholic next Friday. That's always a big game. Probably not only determine the district, it has a lot of state implications.
Yeah, it's two good teams, 2 good programs, and like you said, there's 2 teams playing for a state championship, so it'll be a good one.
You have a good quarterback. Bo Allen's really good.
Yep.
They have a good quarterback. He's being recruited pretty heavily right now.
Yeah. It's Reese Smith, right?
Uh-huh.
Reese Smith, he's a good quarterback, and we got Bo Allen. But they're 2 guys, two good offenses.
As always on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see.
Keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.